All opinions expressed on this presentation are of the individuals themselves. This is for adults only and may contain discussions likely to offend. Bald Statements, starring Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Episode 12, Moving Stories.
Oh, for fucking hell, Gal!
Is that you now?
That is
Jesus. Fuck's sake.
No,
everyone's
Dad, it's not
shitting
just
their
Will
pants.
farting today. Will and Gary are farting non-stop. But let one go earlier, though.
Outside?
Yeah, oh, you fucking stink. Oh.
It doesn't.
I reckon blow your way.
No, what?
It doesn't smell, you fucker.
It doesn't to you, but we're both smelling the same thing, but I don't like it, but you do. Do you see how that happens?
We're back on that again, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is Bald Statements.
Oh, shit.
It's Bald Statements.
Yeah,
We're
bald statements.
three bald fellas that talk shit and...
Fart a lot.
Well, yeah.
That was Gary's turn that time. Look at the smug bastard.
So, this is a little short one we're doing.
Will's going to feature heavily in this because it's a little short one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about removals. We are all ex or current removal men, furniture removers, furniture relocation technicians.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the legitimate name of their job.
Mm-hmm.
Will, you still do this full time, removals?
Mm-hmm.
Gary, you left some months ago to pursue a plumbing career,
Over a year ago now.
and I left a few years ago to pursue music. I still kind of do odd bits of packing, but otherwise, yeah. Will, you are the current ambassador for the removals.
That tells you what you need to know.
So let's kick off. What's the worst removal you've ever done and why?
Long walks with complete pricks.
You got a specific one?
What, prick or long walk?
A specific move that you've ever done.
Yeah,
The worst one
where
you've
was
had.
we? was down in the West Country in normal form. Oh, you can park right outside the door. And it wasn't. You have to park halfway up the road and then up a ramp, then up steps to the front door, then into a house. And they don't help you. Where do you want this? I want that there. Oh, can you move this? Can you move that? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's like, fucking hell, it's a sofa at the end of the day. Can you move it 2 inches to the left? No. Whatever.
And people. So it was the people that made that one bad.
And the geezer I was with because he didn't do fuck all.
I won't with you, was I?
No,
I had one in London and it was a fucking 7-story house and all the fucking books went up the top and it was something like 140 steps to the top.
Fucking hell.
Stairs, yeah.
You know how much you hated steps, man. That must have killed you. Fucking hell, but don't envy you.
Hot day,
yeah.
about 2,000 cube.
Worst one I had, and I'm not going to name names, but we were working for a firm and we were moving a former England international football player who was very injury prone and may have also played for Ipswich and Newcastle.
Oh, I know who you mean. I've
yes,
moved him a couple
very
times as
injury
well.
prone. Biggest
Kevin Dwyer.
prick,
Kevin Dwyer, is that him?
biggest prick I've ever met. Absolute
Yeah.
fucking moron. The job, it was about 35 degrees. It was being done over two or 3 days. Did not get offered so much as a cup of water as he was going out and filling up on his bloody takeaways and everything else. That weren't even the worst thing. You can live with that, whatever, you bring your own water. Absolute arsehole. Spoke to the staff like shit, so much so we were even to the case of like, we're not your skivvies, mate. Fucking deal with it. But then decided to, one of the lads carrying down a chest of drawers slipped and the drawers pinned him up against the wall and went right through his lip, cut through there, blood pissing out everywhere. And it was one of the jobs where the governor, because they weren't an HGV driver at the time, had dropped off one of the lorries. And we had a couple of the vans, anyway, but a lorry, and we were loading the lorry until he came back. So we said to the ex-England international, we are literally 2 minutes away from the hospital. It was quite a serious injury. Is there any chance that you could just quickly whip him down to the hospital? You know, it's quite serious. To which we got a raised eyebrows and, does he really need to go? You could see his teeth through the cut there.
I'm going to edit this out, but was it?
We said, can we do it? Raised eyebrow. Can't you get a taxi instead? Which case, fine. We'll bite our tongue. Rang up. Taxi for, I think, was about half hour away. So we rang the governor, who was going to come back within about half an hour anyway. Blood peeing everywhere. The prick comes out. Sorry guys, can you just, no offer of a cloth. Can you stand outside while he's pissing with blood and all that? He was holding it up. And eventually the guy went off to the hospital to get sewn back up. And then right toward the end, he come out to us and said, right at the end of the job, thinking it was going into store. And they come like, think they're going to have a handshake or everything, you know, all right, whatever. Oh, by the way, lads, I want that to go and that to go as well. Got in his car, drove off, never to be seen again. And ironically, in football circles, he was known as a fucking massive prick.
Yeah.
And in fact, so much that his own teammate at Newcastle, again not naming names.
Let's not make this all about him.
No, yeah. Like, he got on the pitch, he had a punch up with his own teammate.
Right.
And the teammate, proper legend, absolutely knocked 6 shades of shit out of him.
See, I moved him at a different time, and it wasn't great, but he wasn't quite that bad. But talking of putting things through the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You and I were doing a job together, weren't we?
Yeah.
And this was brilliant. Have you got any video of that? Not of it happening,
I
obviously.
think you might have on Facebook, on your Facebook. If you go down on photos and select videos.
How long ago was it?
Fuck me, it come up
Good few
ironically in
years,
the memories. And not while ago. It must have been
It was when we were both working
2017, I think. 2017.
Because you phoned me, didn't you? And said, speak to Will.
Yeah,
So what happened? Oh, for fuck's sake! We were doing a job together, and you were trying to separate 2 bits of wood or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
And Will's quite famous for having his tongue out when he's concentrating. And you were trying to like separate. I can't quite work
It
out
was
what
jammed in the raves of the van. So I
Right.
was trying to
And as
blank
you
up
did
like
it,
that.
with your tongue out, you kind of punched yourself in the chin, didn't you?
Yeah.
And-
It was a bit with a full pelt.
And I heard this, look, and you said, how bad is it? And I said, you can actually see through your tongue. Your tooth had gone right through your tongue. And at first you're like, that's not too bad. But then the pain started to get worse, and I could see you were really struggling. And I had to take you to the hospital in the lorry.
Yeah.
I had to drop you off at the hospital in the lorry.
They glued
I
my
obviously
tongue
couldn't
back
wait
together.
there, so I had to come back for you later. Or you got a taxi or something. And you got kind of glued, didn't you?
Yeah, got it glued together again. Yeah.
And then you came, about an hour later I suppose, you came back. And we were waiting for keys to get in. And you were attempting to eat a yoghurt.
I was
and
inside my phone.
It was like, I don't know if the listeners are parents, they have children. When you're trying, when you first try your baby on proper food and not milk, it was very much like that. I mean, you couldn't even talk.
And then there was
brilliant.
anyone
You
who's
couldn't
ever
talk.
had
Imagine
any
him
shit
not
with
talking.
Will, give him a call now.
Yeah, that's
give
what I said,
him a call now, yeah.
It was so funny watching you eat those.
Yeah, and ironically, the governor at the firm
You didn't get a lot of sympathy from him,
No,
did you?
he was like, I can't believe he's been gone for a couple of hours. What a bastard! I've still gone back to unload at fucking 2:30 in the afternoon. It was
Well, you had
boiling
to,
hot
your
day,
car was
and
too
then the
far away.
customers come out with a fuckload of ice creams, didn't they? Do you want my? They're all sat there, fucking raging. Oh fuck!
I think I worked with you on the Saturday
And the
after
next
that,
day,
didn't I?
because it was a Friday, because the next day,
Yeah.
because even you and you obviously not well renowned for your compliments, you're like, fair play for coming in. I was like, you were trying to pass me off as Pavel or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
I'm Gary, I'm so-and-so, and this is Pavel. I'm like, well.
The weird thing is, there wasn't a lot of blood.
Huh?
But there wasn't a lot of blood.
No, I swallowed quite a bit, didn't
Right, but there was an actual hole in your tongue, and that was.
Yeah.
Have you got a scar?
I? I think.
You have, yeah.
But yeah, that was that was. I mean, I've had some injuries. We had some injuries together. Well, I can't remember.
I've knocked myself out before.
At work.
Yeah, on a fucking low beam.
Oh, really?
I was carrying sofa cushions, luckily I fucking fell on them.
Of course, you was carrying sofa cushions.
Well, they've all got to go in, haven't they? Someone's got to fucking carry them.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Yeah, not going too quick and I hit the don't fucking. Yeah, I was going too quick and I hit the fucking beam. Low beam. One of the old cottages.
One of Gary's injuries, we were driving down the south of France and he had his fucking window open.
Vicious attack, that was.
A fucking bee flew in. Anyway, he's trying to find it and it's eventually somehow got into his shorts and it stung him right on the arse while he's driving. Well, the next thing, he doesn't want to stop and lose time, so he's got the fucking foot down. He's pulling his shorts like, get it out of me, get this thing out of me. I'm looking, I'm not going my hands anywhere near your fucking arse to pull this bee sting out. I don't want to pull over. Anyway, eventually, you think he pulled over on a hard shoulder. He gets that, he pulls his bee sting right smack bang in him, almost in the middle of his crack. And he's going to me, you don't give me no fucking sympathy, will you? No fuck. I said, no, I'm not. I like you. I'm not going to pick out a bee sting from your arse. He then spends the next 20 minutes at his next 45 break ringing anyone he knows. Eventually, about the 6th attempt, his dad says, like, oh, son, sorry to hear that. He's like, thank you, some sympathy at last. That's all I wanted.
Phoned the missus, she just laughed, so I hung up on her.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Fucking hurt.
What jobs have we done together? Three of us.
We've done a few at the W company, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Were we all on that one with the fucking ex-copper that was slowly getting pissed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was his fridge that I bought. Remember that?
That's right, he was giving away. Well, he tried to give it. He wanted loads of stupid money for stuff, didn't he?
She Ty, his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nice guy, but he was just gradually getting more and more fucking pissed as the day went on, wasn't it? That wasn't that long ago, was it? 3 years ago?
Yeah,
it was before COVID, I think.
Yeah, just before COVID, yeah.
And the more pissed he was getting, the weirder the prices were for everything, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because you were trying to haggle with him after time about, the price. I remember coming up and you were like, have another drink, have another drink, have another drink. How much do you want for that fridge freezer? Yeah, have another drink. Fuck, yeah.
Hell. You two are always fighting about who's going to have the most fucking swag. No one else got a look in. Now he gets it. It's all on fucking Facebook selling it.
Yeah, I don't mind. You got to sometimes get the stuff. But one of the best we did a job down in Devon, me and him together, and there was a couple of little bedside cabinets, and they were light as a feather. They were Chinese style decorated, and the customer said, "Oh, we're going to throw them away," and I said, "Oh, I'll have them." He then spends the next 20 minutes, they're bolts with their shit, what the fuck are you taking them for? You're a pikey Atkins, etc, etc, etc. I stuck them on eBay, they sold 480 quid, and then they paid me 200 quid to deliver them to London. They were fucking raging. And one time, he's like, alright, you'll buy me next time. And then not too long ago, a customer gave us an old change jar just as a tip. There you go, you have this change jar. And me and him were going to argue over who gives who a tenner. Right. I'll give you a tenner for it, And eventually we were like, let's just count it out on the fucking lap. And it turned out to be about 65 quid in there. Fuck's sake, why didn't I just give you that tenner? Why did I give you that fucking tenner?
What's your biggest tip?
250.
For how long?
That was over about, I think it was over about 4 days, about 5 years ago. 200. Yeah, the guy came out just about under £1,000 in tip, but he wanted it sort of done with people over the days. I've been on it 4 days, 250 quid.
Mine was 210 for 1 day.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Mine was 100 quid for 2 days. That's all right, isn't it?
And I got another tenner off the mini job we had to do on the way home, which was pick up an armchair. We got a tenner each off that.
Well, it adds up, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
Definitely one of the perks of the job.
That was a long time ago. It was back when it was pretty much what I made in a fucking week back then.
Yeah.
Back in like the 2001, something like that. Shit money back then.
Would you prefer tips or the swag? Tips are always cool and nice, but the swag's where you can really get some nice, cool stuff.
Yeah, I've had some good swag.
Swag is our term, by the way, for getting stuff off a job where the customer doesn't want it. Not swag as in like you would see it in the comic books where you just take it.
We nick it over your shoulder.
We did that office job. Me, Alan, Clive, and Fraser. Down south somewhere, and some of this office furniture came from there. Yeah.
It's amazing what people get rid of.
Yeah.
for nothing or very little money.
I'll get a picture and post it afterwards. But I've got a picture on the wall there. Beetles. It's fucking huge. I couldn't even get it in my car. That was off the job. She said the frame was 200 quid. Yeah, I'll get. It's behind us, but you can't see it now. I'll get a picture of that. It's amazing, like you say, what stuff you can get.
Yeah, the missus hates it. I come back with half a ton of shit sometimes from my job. Fuck's sake, bring back all that shit again. Second I sell it. Oh, no, I need extra money for this, I need extra money for that. Well, you can't have your fucking cake and eat it. But, you know, she goes, oh, you're going to get me, you know, you got me anything nice? Well, not unless you want, like, 3 washing machines and a strimmer. You're a bit out of luck. Like, I can't just go up to them and go, oh, by the way, I really like your fucking wedding set. Can I have that? Yeah.
I've tried. Try going that like a supermarket.
Oh, you're the king of the haggling with it. Yeah, fucking hell.
Is it going to the washing machine's broke? Oh, no.
I've seen you be persistent beyond belief.
Yes.
Are you sure you need that fridge? Yeah, I do need it. We need it more.
Do you want that sofa? Oh, I guess the kids have got to sit on the floor again tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're not playing the sympathy card, are you?
Yeah.
What's your biggest do and do not do on a removal?
Biggest do and biggest...
Do listen. Well, when I was doing the game, fucking listen to me.
Don't go empty-handed was one I had drummed into me on day one, and they don't seem to do that now.
Don't go down the stairs empty-handed.
Or anyway, empty-handed.
Don't.
Thanks for that.
You're not even recording, you fucking MILF.
Don't do any...
MILF?
No, melt. I meant to say melt.
That is going on.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Are you not recording?
No,
he's
ain't
died.
recording.
He's died.
Fucking
No, I
got a fucking iPhone. It's brilliant. Better than your fucking phones.
We just need a bit of savvy, right? I can't believe you're calling me a fucking MILF.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, anywhere. Don't go anywhere empty-handed. Whether you're going to the lorry, fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
Unless someone's fucking life is in danger and you've got to desperately get a fucking screwdriver to take a door off to stop them getting pressed or something, then you don't.
And also, I'd argue,
it's not implemented nowadays.
Always open the window after you use the customer's bog.
Try not to.
It's not a pride contest,
Bang on
Gal.
a fucking microphone.
Don't shout.
Yeah, try not to shit unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't try not to shit. If you need to shit, you need to shit. But there are people that have a shit and open the window
if a customer says,
and use a
I'm
bit
going
of
out
Febreze.
in half an hour,
Yeah.
save it for then.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Let the lads know.
But it's
So they can
different.
go
If you
and
need to have a
burn
shit, go and
outside.
have a shit, open the window. Normally there's a bit of a breeze out or something like that, or you flush when you go and all that sort of game. Absolutely fine. It's the people that take the pride in it. Like you're all
And
packing
sit there
upstairs.
wallowing
They
in
go
it,
there,
and
sit
then
up
flush
wallowing, leave the window shut, open the door, go out and boom. Yep.
Did you spray? Yep. Did you shut the door? Yep.
Or the most awkward moment, I've had one with a job that I've done with a guy that I work with quite normally. And you go there, lovely old lady in the house, not too old, but we were there cleaning it and did my business and the toilet decided to block up.
Oh, you got a habit of that.
The toilet in the house. So I spent about 15 minutes in there, but the thing was, the flush as well took about 20 minutes for the system to fill back up. So we were there. And then
Not really digging himself out of not blocking our
The guy
toilet.
that I was working with, the woman at one point, about half an hour later, she wanted to go to use the toilet. And I'd already told the guy I was working with, Chris, I said to him, Christian, this has happened, and he was finding it funny. But she started to walk up the stairs, this frail old lady, to go to the toilet. And he's knowing what I'm trying to do. No, I ain't.
Oh.
So he has leapt past her on the stairs while she said she's about to go to the loo, ran in there to save me so the cistern will fill up to try again to flush it. And when you work, but she looked at it like, what the fuck just happened there? Oh, sorry, I really had to go. Oh my God. But there was a firm that me and you both work for, beginning with B in Braintree, that actually brought in a rule that the lads were not allowed to make jokey comments or whatever about a cup of tea or request any cups of tea, but also were not allowed to go for a shit in the customer's house.
What if you're
Actually brought it in. Exactly. Oh, well, that was my thing with him. So you want to start doing that, then provide us a portaloo on site. But yeah, the guy who did that, it was a bit of a... Yeah.
I mean, you haven't got to spray your shit up the fucking walls or anything, have you? If you
Well, most people that go to the toilet go in a sensible way. You're not
most
going
people
to
don't
glass
block
door.
it.
Mate, that weren't me.
But you're
that
now,
weren't
mate.
me. That...
You just admit you've done another one.
No. That was the house, and that was because the system didn't block up. That was over there. There's leakage in the pipe. You said that, and you're doing plumbing.
It wouldn't block if there's a leak in the pipe.
But what's the leak out there?
It's water.
Oh, is that your plumbing analogy? Is it fucking hell? That course was worth every penny.
But if there's a leak in the pipe, it wouldn't be blocked.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not the plumber,
No, that's what I'm telling you.
so I haven't blocked it.
You have.
I haven't.
Well, is the bowl at its normal level?
Oh, you know what? We'll just agree to disagree.
There we go.
Here we go again. Can we get that on a fucking t-shirt?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Okay. Final thoughts. Removal.
What's the most famous person you've moved?
If I hear that fucking football pundit one more time,
It's not a pundit.
whatever he
Anecdote.
fucking was. No, the fucking Jimmy Greaves.
Jimmy Greaves.
Oh, yeah,
God.
Jimmy Greaves was a
We
legend.
both moved him, didn't we?
Yeah, Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves was up there. We've done a few football. We've done like a few of the Spurs players. We've done Hugo Lloris, Christian Eriksen, Joe Hart, Pablo Zabaleta. That fucking moron.
Delia Smith.
Patrick Hilty. He
Yeah.
was cool. Did not have his missus there at the time. Oh fuck me. What's her
Marlon
name?
Dingle.
Oh, Patrick
Moved
Hilty's
him.
missus. Cat Dealey. Oh, I had
Yeah?
a massive picture of her in the bedroom, like full size picture of her. Oh my, fair play to Patrick Hilty. Irish and ginger. And you know what I mean? Obviously the money helps. But Patrick Hilty was a legend.
I haven't been in. Anyone famous?
I was speaking to someone recently who'd done Liz Hurley. I know it was a guy. Yeah, Dan.
back to Liz
Another
Hurley.
thing, Liz Hurley. Said she was absolute legend. She was smoking and all that, but she was as down to earth as you can imagine. Liz Hurley, obviously going back to my celebrity crush. A little bit of jealousy, no? But to be honest, a lot of the time, when we speak to people who aren't in removals, they go, "Oh, how was it moving so and so?" It's very rare to ever live up to the sort of expectations. I think that's where we and you.
Nick Kershaw.
Oh well, yeah, he was a bit of a yeah. But Jimmy Greaves was the only exception to the rule where we did it, and it was like he actually was like legend the way he was as well in terms of looking after us. God bless him. Yeah, he was probably a Nile Ranger, isn't it?
Who?
Newcastle reserve striker. His missus had like 86 wardrobe cartons.
Oh,
Who's the one with
okay.
all the shoes that we took down
Oh,
south?
that was. Oh yes, that was the one where they put the baby in the room and around all the boxes.
Thousands of pairs of shoes.
He used to be the youngest footballer ever in the Premier League who played for Fulham, then went to Colchester.
But not the same one with all the shoes.
The one where they wanted us to, they offered us money on the side to build up all their brand new flat pack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you and the other driver were like
At once.
going backwards and forwards past each other, weren't you?
Yeah.
And we stayed there and did the unloading.
Youngest Premier League.
Are you
players.
stopping filming as a result of this?
No, Premier League.
He has.
No, it's not stopped.
He
Premier
has.
League players. Hang on.
You have stopped.
I've got a phone here.
Oh yeah, youngest Premier League players. It was. Oh, fuck, he did it for Fulham.
Put Fulham in.
Look it up later and I'll just put it on the bottom of the screen.
No, it's getting on my nerves now. I want to know. Fulham.
This is what he does on removals. He'll just go on his phone for ages and then fucking just waste time.
Matthew Briggs. Matthew Briggs.
Was that him, was it?
Yeah, Matthew Briggs.
That name don't ring a bell.
Oh, have to start pressing record again.
Had thousands of pairs of shoes.
His
Yeah.
missus did, yeah.
Well, no,
He did. He did.
Oh, did he?
He had more than she did.
She had a room dedicated to it.
I
Didn't
think you're talking about different people, to be fair.
No,
Unless we moved them back.
because we did, they wanted the IKEA
He
stuff
doesn't
done,
look
didn't
like
they?
the guy.
Yeah, that was in Colchester.
Yeah,
He didn't look like the guy that I moved, Matthew Briggs.
Yeah, no, we moved them down south.
but the Nile Ranger one, was it?
Don't think so.
No.
I think it's two different people because they had fucking shitloads of stuff.
I don't think that's,
Well, that's
that's
normal.
what it
They had loads of frogs out in the garden, didn't they? And you wouldn't go out there. Their climbing frame, remember?
I can't remember that.
Yeah.
For those in removals who are only watching this, not watching the rest of the series, and that Bert has a massive phobia of frogs and tortoises and stairs,
And Jimmy Greaves chased me with his tortoise.
and that's not a euphemism.
And that's, I often use that. What's your weirdest claim to fame when I say that? And I have to elaborate. I'm not going to do that now.
Jimmy Greaves.
If you are watching this and you're in the removal trade and you want to listen to more shit like this, then follow the instructions, subscribe, all that.
Yeah, pretty much. 3 biggest improvements removal firms could make for their staff from when it was all working there. What 3 improvements would you make? Realistic ones.
I mean, to be fair, the firms that I worked for the last few years were all right for staff generally, especially like the one that we're all connected with. I don't think he was too bad at all.
No. The biggest issue
Even though he
for
reckons it's only
companies,
our mums that are going to watch this.
biggest issues for I think the firm themselves. Reliability is one. Seeing one now. A lot of the youngsters now don't turn up half the time.
One thing I've witnessed in companies, and it's not so much for me as a freelancer, but for full timers, you get some that favoured, like favouritism. Someone always gets the fucking bungalow jobs, or they always get the fucking jobs with the tips.
Yeah, but I think that's
they always get the extra van to help them get it on.
That's a double-edged sword, because if you've got a 2,000 cube job and it's all pucker stuff, you ain't going to send that fucking Chavvy Dave and Chavvy John. You're going to stick them on a fucking 300 cube bungalow move and they can go fuck off now.
No, it's not quite as clean cut as that. There's a firm, I'll let it out. They had a guy there, and he was always on the fucking pucker jobs. Not pucker, but easy ones. He'd always get done. He'd always be the first one that got asked for help. He had a 2.2 lorry. He'd get 1,500, and he'd get a fucking van to help him with it as well, a Luton van.
It's like your load.
And things like
you
that.
go and bust on more than one occasion.
Never went bust.
So you get that favouritism. And like I say, it didn't really affect me as a freelancer, but I was aware of it. That it can happen.
You need the better blokes on the trickier jobs. So you need the ones who are either unreliable or just not very good on the easier shit a lot of the time. And I think that does, after a while, you're going to get sick of doing the 2,000 cube job where it's a pucker move, needs a lot of quality and stuff, if it's going to be the same. But yeah, I think there are favourites in all walks. I think now there's a lot of youngsters now in a removals game have a big woe betide me attitude. You know, oh God, I've done a 10-hour shift. Fucking hell. And I think they too much look on the negatives. This career is a very much good and a bad, where the good is very, very good, and the bad can be a shit day and a shit week, whatever. But a lot of the youngsters now always expect it just to be the good, or want it to be the good. And you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Because when it is good, you know, yep, lovely tips. Like, we've all been there to a job which is down as 1,800 cube, and you've turned up and it's 1,200, and the customer's bought it all down. There's bacon rolls and all that, and it's all lovely. But the second there's, you know, an extra 20 yards on a walk when they turn up, fucking hell, John, not having it, you know.
Yeah. But then that's life, isn't it? That is life in general. You have good days and bad days in no matter what you're having. But removals is a hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Especially for the drivers, the lorry drivers. The
Yeah,
van
you've
drivers
come
are
into it
easy.
later than we have.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Love it. It's a lifestyle more than a job.
Do you miss it, Gal?
Yeah, no.
No,
Yeah, but
I
there are
don't.
elements you miss.
I don't really. miss
I think there are
I miss
elements
a
you
bit,
miss.
bit of the
You
banter.
miss, yeah. Bit of the
The
banter.
swag and the tips, but I don't miss it enough.
No.
And I still occasionally do a bit.
Yeah.
Mostly packing.
I think if you get the right balance, it's a lifestyle. Like I say, I've been freelance for best part of 7-8 years now. Definitely the best way to do it. Couldn't just work for one firm.
No.
Solely.
I enjoyed being freelance doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was
You're
best part of
full-time,
20 years at the same place. It's like I've done a couple once I left, just to help out. It's great because I've got no responsibilities, no ties, no politics. Couldn't give a shit.
It's also nice
Do
seeing
my
how
job and get done.
You can learn things. You think, fuck, I've never thought about doing it that way before, and you can learn that, and you think that's really
Gary used to be there when he worked with me. He was like, oh, give that a go, and, you know, found a lot of easy ways of doing stuff, didn't you, really?
Yeah, you can do ties that come undone. That's
Yeah.
Before I started working with Gal, he was the stressiest fucking bloke ever. Fucking hell, you want to watch out for this guy? And even people at other firms were like, have you met the Gary yet? I said,
The Gary?
The Gary. Have you met that Gary over there? Yeah.
He had a reputation.
And I was like, and then even my mate begins with L said to me, he said, oh, but yeah, you know, he could be a bit of a thing apparently. And then I remember the first trip I had abroad with him. He started off a couple, no, I said, no. Shut the fuck up. This ain't gonna work. I'll do your bacon roll on the way we're moving. You just shut up and we'll have a laugh. And then it all flipped because we pulled up one night at this big castle place in the south of France, and I did him an omelette.
That was the next day, wasn't it? It was your shit fucking job, and then I said, "Come, we got to get going. He said, "No, Gal, I'm going to make you some food because I never used to stop really." So I'm going to make. So I was like, oh, "Fuck's sake, hurry up then." So I had a shower. I was like, oh, I needed that. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, it was on the phone. maybe an omelette. It's actually really nice, yeah. And then from ever then on, it was just our sole ambition to see how many customers' pools we could get away with using. And I think we must have had a hit rate of 90%.
Yeah.
Innit?
Fucking hell.
Ironically, he started his plumbing course, and one of the last ones we'd done, we'd finished the job and about to get in the pool, lovely, have a couple of hours feet up, and the fucking customer's pipe bursts. So he spent 2 hours or so, fucking remember that, trying to fucking do all that. I was like, I can't really help, so I'll be in the pool, go.
Yeah.
And it was you trying to work the tip, wasn't it? Oh, no, fuck, I've got to do a call out for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely do some of we do like removals, remembrances, or I don't know, some quirky little thing. Because there's many stories of removals. Everyone we know has got plenty of stories. One of the best things about it is the banter in the atmosphere we can have with everyone, you know. And you go to many firms, and a lot of the firms, it's the same. So obviously, you get a couple of firms where it's not all the same, but this job is a nightmare without the banter. You just otherwise.
And you get a character like Vinny come along every so often.
Ah, Vinny, yeah. Vinny, absolute legend. Not going to name the firm, but yeah, Vinny, absolute legend. Worked for a firm, freelance pretty much, for the best part of 10 years. Passed away, and the bastards never even sent a representative from the firm to his funeral. A couple of the other firms who Vinny did work for, but nowhere near as much. One paid for the funeral. And one paid for the catering at the funeral, where the firm that he did 10 years for sent no one.
Not even a
absolute
card,
oh, really?
disgrace. Yeah. Yep, absolute disgrace. I think they might have sent a bunch of flowers. Someone who used to work for that firm, and trust me, it's taken all my power not to say the fucking name, didn't do anything for 10 years. And you know, every firm has lads and that to work for, and that there's a bit of, at the end of the day, yeah, you're only there as workers, but for 10 years or whatever it was, to do something and to not even get a fucking...
And one of the guys that recently retired that wasn't particularly close to, he came to the funeral, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah, of his own back, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, to not do that, I'll never ever forgive that firm for doing that. You know, they could say what they want about Vinny. He had his faults and all this stuff, but he was reliable and he was a character. And this job gets a lot more downhill with the less characters in the game.
I wish we had some video. Who's got the video of... Was it you wrapped his
I had his
shirt
coat
up or something?
Yeah, I had his coat, so I went through 6 rolls of tape and rolled it up.
Have you
and
got
his
that?
keys in. I think I've got it on my phone
Oh,
somewhere.
fuck,
Yeah.
we've got to have that.
6 rolls of tape, and I passed. He's like, "Where's my cord, mate?" And like, "Fucking
What was that?
I don't know. It's going to be northern, but it can't be Geordie. But yeah, and I passed it to him at the lorry, and he was about to get his car. 6 rolls of tape, and he was like, "Fucking, do you want to see what I'm going to do with your car, mate?" He was fuming. But no, he was a hell of a character.
Yeah, that was a bit shit. That.
Yeah. Anyone that know, Vinny, remember they saying to the customer, "Oh, we can't take fireworks, ma'am. All right, we'll leave them here." "Oh, you're not wanting them, ma'am. I'll take them."
And he had him on on the bunk behind him, and he's sitting there smoking a fucking fag in a lorry. Fucking fireworks. Jesus
Remember
Christ.
one job we done with him, and the customer said, "Oh, by the way, there's a bit of rhubarb around. If anyone wants a stick of rhubarb, grab yourself a stick of rhubarb from like the little vegetable patch. No worries at all." So I grabbed one. Bert grabbed one. 20 minutes later, we're thinking, where the fuck has Vinny gone? The next thing, he's come round with a fucking wheelbarrow. Fucking celebrating. Anyway, he's put them, he's unloaded them all onto the bunk of the lorry. And then he's fucking got them there. And then we got back to the yard, and he only had this little bike. And he's ended up putting them all in the office on the desk, which they stayed for about a week. Moaning and everything. I was like, "What you have?" "Yeah, I'll have all of them. She'll make some crumbles." Oh, fucking, what a legend.
Fucking bloke.
I'll never forget that. Oh.
Fuck, I used to have some rows with him as well.
Yeah, you and him didn't always see eye to eye. You had more of like a brotherly relationship.
Kind
with Vinny,
of,
didn't
yeah.
you?
I'd known him for fucking years. I knew him back when he had the fucking ponytail.
Yeah. Why do I need to pay fuel if you're going that way?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From Ipswich to Sudbury,
Yeah, I was like...
That's where you get it from.
Used to give him lifts all the time. And I was like... I said at one point, "Look, you have to start giving me something for this." Because kind of a little bit out of my way. Because he'd be home, fucking with his feet up. I've still got fucking half hour driving through traffic, you know. So he said, well, have I got to pay you? You're fucking going that way anyway. I'm like, you could say that to a fucking pilot of an aeroplane. You know, I'm not paying for a fucking airplane ticket. You go on to fucking New York anywhere. You're going with or without me. Why can I not just sit in there?
He was the king of skip routing. But his logic, I've got no work this week, I've got mortgage to pay, I'm going to have to put my rates up now. So people aren't paying you what you're charging now, but yeah, put them up next week.
I'll get the phone ringing.
Oh, God bless him, man. Nah, he was one of the last real true proper characters in. He'd still fit in now. You know, the youngsters could probably do with him about.
And he could come on the show with us if he was alive, because he was fucking bald as well. That's what I mean, his fucking ghost is here.
He'd be having 5 fags a minute.
That's true, yeah.
He'd be making us look quite alright, to be fair.
And my fucking electricity bill from the kettle would be through the roof now. No?
Yeah.
Any chance at fucking brew, ma'am? Yeah. Well, this episode is dedicated to Vinny.
Yes,
So-
Vinny. One of the best removal men.
Shut
up! Why are we trying to have a moment? It's all about that. But no, it's
You never met him,
a real
did you, Gary?
character.
No, I never met him.
No, I feel like you know him, no?
I do.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have got on well with him. Not in a work environment.
No, fucking hell. Fucking Vinny.
You would have done socially, but not on a job. You would have fucking clashed. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You'd be
he was-
fighting over the fucking swag for a start.
Oh, literally fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite, yeah. You'd have got there. He'd have been. I've seen him upside down in a skip, like not kidding, like feet off the ground in a skip, rooting through plasterboard and shit.
Fucking hell.
But no, he was. That's what the game needs, really. Removals has to be. You know, at the end of the day, all removal men. You always say there's something going to be wrong with them to a degree, but the characters in it, a lot of removal men probably wouldn't survive in an office environment. A majority of them, because outspoken or characters. But removals, I think, is the one place where a lot of them can feel accepted. You know, for all their problems, whether you're going through divorces. whether
You're
going through
romanticising removals
No.
quite a bit now.
Yeah, no, I think it is. It is an area, I think, where you can be accepted. It doesn't matter where you come from in life, what colour you are, where you're from, what you're doing and that.
No,
you
I
understand you're going to
get what
have...
you mean,
It is
but-
one where you can actually almost be yourself.
It's not.
you know?
It's a job you find yourself. You fall into. You could go to any school and ask the kids, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" You could go to every school in the country and you could count the fucking on one hand how many kids say removal men.
Yeah, not unless their father's a removal man or
It's
something.
not
Maybe.
regulated though, is it? It's
No.
not like you
Maybe,
got to have a uniform and you got to do as you're told. But apart from that, you know, that's got to go from there to there, from there to there. That's it. Get it done. So if you can't do it, you're not going to last. If you can do it, you're going to have a whale of a time.
Yeah, no, exactly that, yeah.
Bit of banter or whatever, and sometimes it goes too far. But then you learn how to push people. And
It's not good for you physically. It's fucking. I've seen it cripple people.
It keeps me thin.
Yeah, you're still fucking young.
Thank you. 38.
I've seen it cripple fucking people when they do it when they're too old. You've got to get out before you get too old. Everyone's got a sell-by date in removals. If you do it past 60, I think you can do yourself some damage. I've seen it, mate.
I think, you
Seen it
know,
when
what I agree,
worked
yeah,
at-
you
when
can
I
if you
worked
do.
at Pickford's, it's crippled too many fucking men.
I think, yeah, you want to have it balanced out. I think, get balanced out.
When you get to that age, if you can't get out of it, and you've got to stick to bungalows or do the packing or whatever, you can't keep.
Oh, I try and
doing
stick
it.
to bungalows now, in fairness. And even if it's in a house, I'll do the bungalow portion of it. Young lads.
Well, you're your own boss now, aren't you?
Well, yeah,
Most of your
do
work
the-
now is
yeah.
your own, isn't it?
Yeah, a
You
lot
don't do a lot
of
of.
my own, yeah. But I still do bits and pieces around. But that's obviously the missus now got a sort of new part of her job which she's focusing on at the moment. So it's letting her have a bit of a. I've had 7 years sort of pushing my stuff, letting her have a bit of the mantle now. But yeah, nice. Yeah, that's about. I reckon that's about all I can add. Without needing a fag.
it's nice that you haven't had a shit opinion about it either, or had to be right. It's all nice and.
Well, it's because we're being serious.
Yeah, this hasn't been like one of our shouty, arguey ones.
No, it shows that we have got a civil side. If you watch the other 14 episodes, you wouldn't think that we get on. But actually, yeah. I mean, we know, yeah. Me and Gal have been acquaintances / mates or whatever. Who's going to go with whatever the opposite I say for about 7 years. Me and you, Bert, known each other fucking, what, got to be 12 years almost? 10, 12 years?
2010, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, about that, isn't it? Yeah. So you can, make friendships and acquaintances and stuff. Go on, say you meet me, ain't fucking friends, I can't get rid of the cunt. But you know what I mean?
I was going to go,
Now he's going to do the eyebrow raising, yeah. Oh. But yeah. Well, I reckon then, That's a wrap.
So that was a short 40-minute episode of
I would say 16 minutes, but mine's gone off and on and off and on again.
Oh, it's going to be fucking brilliant for me to edit now.
That's all right. You've got the main middle one there, haven't you? The middle one there will be better for the removals group.
just cut him out completely.
Yeah. Well, why is that? I'll put the most intellectual opinion across. You sit there and go,
And so it begins.
So, yeah, if you've liked this is Bald Statements. Subscribe, help us out, help us do more of this.
And we apologise in advance for any offence, of which there'll be plenty.
Not really, for future ones. I don't think I need to put a trigger warning at the start of this episode.
Well, this one's actually quite...
Well, maybe for the language.
Quite sombre. Really?
Yeah.
Alright, fuck, shit, cunt, wank. There we go, just to ensure we have it. That's the only bit that I can think of.
Catch us next time.
That's the customers who don't tip.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bald Statement starred Rob Lewis, Gary Redfern, and Will Atkins. Recorded at Rob Lewis Music Services Studio in Ipswich, UK. This fantastic theme tune is Rumble by Mojo, edited and produced by Rob Lewis. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and listen again.
It is England! It is... Fucking hellfire.
Hey, peanuts.
I tried to get the rest of the place. Bunch of cunts like you. It's where you're sleeping up here.
I will, mate, with your arse, don't worry about that.
No time for sitting down on the job.
Well, at least he's got his boxes covering up his arse.
Yeah, I like other people, eh?